and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, sometimes people come up with ideas that might have been around but not really heard of and whatever, and I talk to them and I'm like, oh my God, it's the best thing since sliced bread. And my philosophy has always been use a professional. So in my searches, I ran into Doug Slifer.
Slifer, yep.
And you have mobile repair.
Yeah, mobile mechanics.
Okay. I can't tell you how many times I'd get into my car and it wouldn't start. And it's like, all right, well, I have a problem. I got to have the car fixed. But how do I get the car from point A to point B?
Exactly.
Okay. When a car breaks, we're not at a gas station when a car breaks down. And yeah, we have AAA, but I don't know, most of you don't know, or maybe you know, that you can only use towing twice on a AAA.
Yeah, there's only a certain amount per year, I think.
Right. So to use it for something stupid, in my opinion, is ridiculous. So you go to places and repair cars.
We go to
someone's house, someone's job, whatever.
Home or office.
Now, my question is, how long you been doing mobile repairs?
So, mobile repairs, we've been in business for a year and a half. I've been working on cars all my whole life. My dad had a shop. My uncle had a shop.
Oh, wow.
My uncles worked for my uncle that owned a shop. So since I was, 8, 9 years old, I was in the automotive industry. But legally, technically, we've only been in business for about a year and a half.
Okay, why did you get into this business?
To help people out, to give back. I've worked at dealerships, and I see what they charge people to fix their cars, and it's criminal. You got to think, like, when your car breaks down, you're already not in the greatest mood, So then you go to the shop, whether you have to get it towed or drive, and then you get slapped with the bill, and it's like, oh my God, like there's, twice the headache. So we got into it to help people out, and I can't tell you how many times people come up to me and like, why you charge so low? Why you charge so low? Because yes, we're in the business to make money, but we also like helping people out, giving back to the community.
So I'm not in your industry, and I'm guessing from driving for as many years as I'm driving, which is 50 years, there are things that you can do, no problem, on site, and things that you can't do on site.
I mean, we try to do everything same day. Like I said, we don't get into the major engine repairs, like if you need a new motor, need a new transmission, but we do everything other than that,
Right, but I mean, I guess some things have to be done by machinery. Like an alignment.
Like wheel alignments, like you said. We don't have that equipment, unfortunately. Like tire, we can rotate tires, mounting and bouncing tires. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of equipment. But anything mechanical, structural, we can do all that.
So, what is the calls you get most for?
Say again?
What do you get the most calls for?
Oil changes. Really? And diagnostics.
And just think about it for a second. I'm at work. Mm-hmm. I can call you. I don't have to stop working. Yeah. You'll come here. You'll change my oil.
Yep.
And absolutely. I'll be done with it.
And we get a lot of people that say, hey, you know what? I'm mechanically inclined. I just don't know what the problem is. So we'll go out. We'll charge our fee. And then, like, hey, this is your problem, and then they'll go ahead and fix it themselves. But a lot of people just want oil changes, diagnostics, brakes.
I guess brakes is a big one.
Yeah. Air conditioning is huge around here.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
So, but can you do everything with air conditioning?
Yeah.
I know you can easily put in Freon.
Yeah, we have all the equipment, all the technologies, I guess, to do full AC repair.
Okay, so you said something interesting earlier. You said you tried to get it done that day.
Yeah.
But I'm going to guess sometimes you might need a part.
Unfortunately, sometimes parts take more than a day or, longer than expected. In that case, I tell the customer, hey, listen, it might be a day or two or it might be next week. And, sure, absolutely.
Well, I mean, then I can see waiting a day, 2 week for certain things is no big deal.
Yeah.
But knowing how technology is today, this cup might need a part A, and this cup, which is very similar, uses a part B for the same problem.
Yeah.
So you're stuck you can't carry everything. It's impossible to carry every part.
Of course.
So do you run to a parts place to pick up stuff?
We will, as needed. Like I said, a lot of people, they want it done now, today,
Right.
as soon as possible. And I mean, we have so many vendors that we get our parts from, O'Reilly's, Advanced, AutoZone. Well, there's usually not a situation where we can't find a part.
Okay. I call you up and I say, my car is broken. Because I'm a layman, so I'd say my car's broken. What questions are you going to ask me so you have an idea what's going on?
Does it crank? Does it turn over? Is it dead? What's it doing when you turn the key? Things like that. I keep it very broad because a lot of people don't know.
Right.
So I keep it very broad. Does it crank when you turn the key? Yes. What's it doing? Nothing. It doesn't do anything. And then I'm like, all right, well, let me head out and we'll take a look at it.
Okay, so some of work on cars, you have to lift the car. So you have...
We have jacks, we have jack stands, we have all that.
So you can get under the car and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
There are so many things that can go wrong with a car that are now computer done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you figure those out?
We have equipment we have computers and laptops that we hook up that will tell us how this sensor's bad or this part of the computer's bad or what have you. So yes, we have those kind of technologies where we can tell, like, all right, sensor A is bad or sensor B is bad or sensor C is bad, because that's what it is. These days it's all computerized, and dealerships want that, so they take the small guys like us out of the industry, and you have to go to the dealership.
But I know, and I know very little, but I know that you can plug something into your car and see what the problem is.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And that's what you do.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I guess it's easy to figure out if a sensor is bad if you have that equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to replace the sensor.
Yep.
And I remember when I was younger, you used to be able to open a hood of a car and basically stand inside.
Oh, absolutely.
The car. Okay, and do
There's so
everything.
much room. Yeah.
And now
you can't do that.
you can't do any of that.
There's
and
all kinds of stuff in the way.
I look at it and I go, really? And I don't even want to look at it.
It was so easy back then. It was spark, gas, and compression. And that's all. That was it.
Right.
Now it's all kinds of crazy stuff.
So if I say to you, hey, you know what, I need 2 tires, can you order the tires, bring the tires, and put them on?
Unfortunately, we can't. We don't have that kind of equipment to mount and balance. That's something that we're looking into.
Right.
Where we can say, hey, you know what, you need 2 tires? Absolutely. Bring it over, or we'll come to you. But as of right now, unfortunately, we don't have that kind of equipment.
Well, you're only in business. I mean, you've been around a long time. And now it just becomes an issue of having the equipment.
Yeah.
Once you have the equipment, you know how to use it.
Exactly.
It was kind of cool as we were talking, and you have 4 kids.
4 kids, yeah.
And your wife goes with you to get out of the house.
Well, she started coming with me to get a break because she works from home 8 to 5, and so it started when we first started this. She'd be like, "Oh, take me with you, just to get a break from the kids." And now she's turned into a mechanic herself. Like, she does a lot of this stuff and she enjoys it. And
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and she was like, "This is therapeutic in a sense, And,
what's your area? Where do you cover? From where to where?
So we'll go anywhere. We're based out of Port St. Lucie. We do the whole Treasure Coast, Jupiter, Stewart, West Palm Beach.
You go down to West Palm Beach?
Oh, absolutely. Vero.
Yeah, Vero. I mean, I like when I look at this area, I'm like, all right, Vero. Maybe to North Palm.
Yeah.
That's kind of my hub. I mean, I had other locations, so I still have people from down there that listen, but my hub, people that would drive up here,
Yeah.
to get on the air with me is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I love this area. I love Martin County.
Yeah.
Even though I'm in St. Lucie County, but I love Martin County. I love the Treasure Coast. When I have to drive south and I see and my car sees a sign that says "Welcome to Palm Beach County," it turns around and wants to come home. It doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
Is it hard working? Because we're in Florida.
Yeah.
So there are things that change what you can do because you're not inside anywhere. So
no, it's
rain.
You were out in the elements. Unfortunately, we try to schedule around the weather. I like to do evenings because when the sun goes down, there's still plenty of light until about 8 o'clock. I think the sun goes down. Early mornings, I try to stay out of the heat in 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Right.
Because it's brutal, And, but I mean, we do what we got to do.
But what about rain?
Rain, we just try our best to schedule around it. Of course, obviously, South Florida rain showers can pop up anytime.
Right.
So,
And they can last for 2 minutes and then go away.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll run back to the truck. Sit in the truck until it passes, then continue on.
So we spoke about mechanical stuff, but what about stuff like a power window not going down?
I mean,
A side view mirror that is cracked and broken needs to be replaced.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff you can get fairly cheaply on Amazon, on any kind of website that sells car parts. I just had a lady yesterday. Just her headrest needed to be reset, and she didn't know how to do it. And it was so simple. And she was like, "Oh, I was gonna, pay $400 for a new headrest." I'm like, "No, it's not necessary. We can reset it at your house." But a lot of those things, Amazon's great for.
Really?
eBay. I use CarParts.com a lot.
I see a commercial for Rock Auto.
Rock Auto, yeah.
Okay.
I don't personally. I don't use Rock Auto.
Okay.
Reason being is they don't have expedited shipping like car parts. I get or Amazon 2 days. You can get anything in 2 days. Rock Auto, they for some reason they don't do that. It's always
weird.
5 to 7 business days.
When it comes to doing repairs, what is the repair that you hate the worst?
Oh Lord, probably alternators on the newer cars because they're buried. They're in a spot where it just you have to drop the subframe and all this other stuff. The older cars is great. It's right on top of my truck is a '04 Suburban. It's right there on top. It's easy. But these Toyotas, Nissans, they're buried, and that's probably what I hate the most.
I'm guessing, because times have changed since you started in this industry.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'm guessing the equipment that you carry makes a difference in how quick and easy the job is.
It 100% does. And when we first started, I just had basic tools, and I'm like, you know what, we'll make it work. And I realized how much I struggled because we had basic tools. So then we started reinvesting in the company and getting more equipment, getting better tools. It just makes life so much easier.
We're getting to the top of our time. How do people find you? Do you have a website?
We don't have a website.
Okay.
We have Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram.
So what would it be?
Slifer's Automobile.
SLIFER.
FER. Yep.
Automotive.
And
Mobile
Automobile Repair. Yep.
Automotive
So
repair.
if you type in that to Facebook, it'll pop right up.
And you have a phone number?
Yep. 772-834-0335.
Okay, so there are people that work till 10 o'clock at night. So they leave work, they get out, and their car doesn't start. Will you answer a call?
Absolutely. We've done emergency roadside situations at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit more than what we normally charge. But
Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's off hours.
But we've gone out. A lady called us at 11:30 at night. She's on the side of 95. She's like, my tire's flat. I have a spare tire. I just don't have anyone to change it. So we'll be right there.
Everybody, I can't stress enough, and I've stressed it so many times. If you don't use a professional, okay, it's going to cost you 5 times more in the long run in money and 10 times more in aggravation. So when you're out there and you're thinking, yeah, you know what, I can just do it myself, maybe you should think of the value of that time that you can spend with family or working. Because the cool thing is you don't have to leave your job to get stuff done.
Absolutely.
Okay? You know oil change? You don't have to go and wait. Even a 15-minute oil change, that's how long the oil change takes, but it's not how long it takes till they get you in sometimes. So here, if you figure out that you're going to spend a half hour, I'm just going to take that as a number, okay? Then you're dealing with that half hour. What's that half hour worth to you financially?
Absolutely.
Everybody, use a professional. Doug, I want to thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody have a great day. We'll be right back.